Good afternoon, Jay.
Hey, Reed.
What was the thinking behind the split practices today?
You like that today, did you, hey?
I had to be in two places.
Yeah, you had to be in two places at one time. No, that's something that we've planned out, going back to our season planning of trying to find some time for our players to get individual puck touches and to get some position work for each position, including the goaltending position as well. And with the way this week was structured, coming back from Florida, had a team practice on Tuesday, a skate yesterday. We just thought it was a good way to mix it up with tomorrow's practice being more towards team structure.
I feel like you guys have gotten some very spirited, sturdy, intense efforts from opposition throughout the year. And I know the NHL is a hard league, but I think, some games maybe teams get up for more than others. I feel like maybe you guys are that team. Do you feel that, and are you responding to it at the level you need to?
Well, I think for us, we've played a large number of one-goal hockey games. We've said this before, but a large number of one-goal hockey games. There's a couple empty net goals here or there, but for the most part, every game that we've been in has been a competitive one. I think long-term, learning how to play in those types of games sets you up as you work your way through an 82-game schedule and down the stretch. Our record isn't where we want it to be, but we're in the mix. We're learning some hard lessons on some individual mistakes that might be costing us. But I thought it was a competitive game. It was a 2-1 hockey game last night that we couldn't find the equalizer on.
I'm not sure if you're willing to let us know, but do you have a plan in net for Saturday, and will you say who you're starting?
You know what? I think this morning for us was more about our getting ready for the types of practices that we were having. We obviously all did our work and reviewed the game and whatnot, but we haven't sat and talked lineup for Saturday just yet.
Clear Jack Campbell needed to work on a few things. What would you say you've seen from him since his last start in terms of the frame of mind that he's in, the work that he's putting in, and kind of working his way back to where he wants to be?
Yeah, good frame of mind. It's not his first pony ride here. He's been in the NHL for a while. He's had to earn everything that he's gotten in this league, and he's a true pro. So, while he hasn't started the way he personally wants to start, having this time to work at his game, I think, has been beneficial for him.
Last one for me. Just noticed the two practices going on, and you weren't on the ice for either one of them. When game day skates end, you beeline right off the ice. It seems like you have a sense for, when to be there and present and when to let others do the talking.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw me underneath. I know some guys did, but I was just walking back and forth. Yeah, watching the different practices. I think, the way today was structured, I think it's important to give your assistant coaches voices as well, and I think it's healthy for players to hear different voices. I thought we had a good day today. I thought it was got a lot of, as I said, a lot of puck touches, worked on our puck confidence, and by splitting them up, we're able to work at the same time on different ice surfaces, working on completely different things that are apropos to each position.
I've heard other coaches in professional sports kind of talk about when their teams struggle to start games, maybe changing something in pregame, that sort of thing. Is that something that you consider doing at all, or, not really?
Yeah. No, I mean, nobody is walking away from the fact that we haven't started games the way we want to. I think we've played 17 games and we scored the first goal in 7 of them. So we're on the minus ledger by 3. In the young season that we're at right now. That doesn't go according to script. We want to start better. We talk about it. We've adjusted things. In the end, it comes down to 20 players, large coaching staff, and everybody involved in our organization, and just going out there and making it so. And we know we can start better. Now we have to go make it so.
Jay, I just wonder if you've had a chance to get some more looks at the Alex Edler hit on Connor McDavid, and if it looks any different in, with the.
No, yeah, I reviewed the game and saw that hit numerous times. It was called a penalty on the ice. I don't know what else is going to happen off of it or what not. I stand by what I said last night. I thought it was a questionable hit. But, that's not up for me to decide. The referees on the ice decided it was a penalty, and if there's anything else that's going to come from it, that's way above my head.
I just wonder what you think maybe the biggest area of improvement for your team is in the next little while here. Where do you think you guys can really grow?
Well, I think we've tightened some things up here over the last little while. One of the areas of focus for us after the game in Washington was to tighten up our penalty kill. I think our penalty kill's taken a step. Tighten up some chances against some parts of the rink that we want to lock down and secure. So I'm seeing growth in that area. We've can't hide from the fact that Evander's injury leaves a hole. Yamo not being available leaves a little bit of a hole, but I've been pleasantly surprised with how Janmark's come in and made an immediate impact, how Costin has come in and showed what he can do as well. So I think there are positives, but right now it's the story of consistency in our results match it. It's win one, don't win one. It's win one, don't win one. I think we have to do a better job of putting it all together for a full 60 minutes and for a longer period of time.
Just because you mentioned Yamamoto and I know Tyler Benson's kind of pushing too. Are there any updates on those two players?
Yeah, Benson's close, and Yamo's still day to day.
When you have these split practices like today, how beneficial is it to have a guy in Dave Manson, who you've worked with for a long time, on one rink, and then Glenn Gulutzan, who's been a former head coach, on another rink, just to lean on that experience?
Yeah, I would also add David Pelletier, Mark Stewart, and Dustin Schwartz as well. We got a really good staff, and what I think we do in that situation is we try and plan out what our players need, plan out some skills-specific things that will help our team concept. The forwards obviously worked on a little bit of, as I said, puck touches, but some things around the net. Our D-men had a completely different practice on the other side with Mance and David. And, I think just talking with a few of the players that were out there on both sheets, it was a welcome thing. And as I said, lets them leave the rink feeling good about their skills, and then come fresh tomorrow for a team practice where we'll work on parts of our structure.
Jay, quick question about soccer, actually, with the World Cup coming up this weekend. Do you have a prediction? I wanted to put that question towards you.
A prediction of who's going to win the World Cup? Let me get back to you on that. I haven't studied it. I've been knee-deep in our season, so I haven't studied it enough. But obviously, as a proud Canadian, and, when I was younger, I played a lot of soccer. And, in fact, one of my coaches had played on the 86 team that went to Mexico. Proud Canadian, proud supporter of Canadian soccer. And my thoughts and hopes are that the Canadian side shows well here in Qatar. Thanks, guys.